Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Reavyne and welcome back to my channel. That's right, I am back, my hiatus is over, and I want to thank you all so much for your love and your support and your patience in giving me that time to, go away, sort my shit out, and then come back. Because now I'm back and I'm going to be doing what I do best, and that's entertain all of you. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about some brand new games that I want to start covering in the future very, very soon on this channel, both in video form and of course streaming. So stay tuned because I'm going to go through all of those in a minute. Speaking of streaming, not starting next week, the week after, I do want to start streaming a little bit more. I was trying to nut out some times where I basically can just sit down maybe 2 times a week and just have a solid time to start streaming. We'll see how that goes, because I do work full time, but I do want to stream more for you guys. And also streaming is just really, really fun because I get to chat to you guys live. It's awesome. And as far as For Honor is concerned, I'm going to be covering For Honor still. Do not worry, do not freak out. Although I am going to be playing a whole bunch of different games on the channel, I am still going to be doing For Honor because I've been with the game since the start. I still love the game. It's still awesome. And plus, I'm not going to leave you guys high and dry and just like walk away from the game. It's not going to happen. So I'm going to keep playing For Honor basically until that game either fixes itself, becomes Rainbow Six Siege, or until it dies. But I'm going to be playing a bunch of other games as well. So in this video, I'm going to be going over 3 games that I'm really looking forward to. And also keep in mind, if you have any other games that you know about that's coming out, leave them down below in the comment section because I'd love to know about them. And if I like them, I'll do another video on them and I'll also cover them on the channel. But first up is Skull and Bones. So, Skull and Bones is a tactical action game set in an open world environment and played from a third-person perspective. Players take control of a customizable pirate captain and may choose to sail the Indian Ocean by themselves and set off on a single-player campaign, or accumulate up to 5 other players to engage in combat with in disputed waters. Wind positioning can be assessed to gain an advantage in battle, and players may collect additional ships throughout the game such as sloops of war, frigates, and brigantines, whose weapons include mortars, broadside cannons, and rockets. Ships can also be charged into with brute force and boarded. Now, Skull and Bones actually looks really, really cool, and it's a massive pirate game where you get to drive around in a ship, you get to customize your ship, you get to do a whole bunch of really cool stuff with it, okay? Now, I'm not really into pirate games for the most part, which is weird because I really like pirates, but I'm yet to find like a pirate game that is like, just fits the niche of what I'm looking for, that isn't too cartoony and everything like that other one that came out. I can't remember the name of it. It's that like fire in my mind, but I know one came out recently. It had like, cartoony skeletons in it and you could fire people out of a cannon. Don't know what that one was called, skip my mind, but that game was far too cartoony for me. And Skull and Bones though, it looks like it has that more like For Honor grittiness to it that I'm looking for in a pirate game. Now, it is made by Ubisoft. It's their Singapore branch of dudes that are over there making the game. So it's, gonna be sort of like along the same lines of Black Flag from Assassin's Creed, I'm assuming. And of course, For Honor in terms of like the art style and everything. And you can see it in the video. It looks fucking cool. And the fact that you can fully customize your ships is just awesome. I was watching some footage of them customizing it. And you can put like, brand new battering rams on your thing. You can change like the wood, you can do the sails, you can do everything essentially when it comes to customizing your ships. And of course, when you're driving around in your ship most of the time, you want to be able to customize that shit. And I also really like the fact that it has a single player component to it as well as a multiplayer component to it. And you can also do this really cool thing in the game from what I saw where you can fly flags of different ships. So in the campaign sort of stuff, if there's like NPC ships flying around and stuff, you can basically sail past them, and as long as you don't do anything suspicious and you have like different flags up, then they don't notice you and you can sort of just like sneak by them. So there's all these different elements to the game as well. And of course, when you're just sailing around, you can sort of do the thing where you circle each other and just fire a bunch of cannons. It just looks good and I'm down to check it out. And it's also got that multiplayer component to it, which I really, really like, because anything multiplayer is fun to play. It doesn't get boring like a single player thing does after you've played it a few times. And of course, it's good to cover on the channel and on stream. So I'm heavily looking forward to this game. And it's going to be releasing in 2019, so not too far away as well. With that said, let's move on to the next one, and that is Last Year The Nightmare. Last Year The Nightmare is an asymmetric horror game pitting 5 survivors against 1 killer, and it's set in the year 1996. Survivors roam the map looking for gasoline to power a motorized cart for escape, while simultaneously the killer tries to stop them from doing so. The killer is able to despawn and respawn outside the survivor's line of sight using an ability ability called Predator Mode. Predator Mode also allows the killer to place traps for unsuspecting survivors. And this game is set to release 18th of December 2018. Now, I already know what some of you are saying in the comments down below. Hey, this looks like Dead by Daylight. This looks like Friday the 13th. This looks like Left 4 Dead. I'm not gonna lie, you're pretty much right. It's like a combination of all of those in my head. They just mashed all these cool ideas together. And it's also got a little bit of like Rainbow Six Siege stuff in there because the survivors can run around and like, you know, board stuff up, and they can do that whole setup phase where they try and do stuff. The killer as well can set a bunch of traps in like this starting phase bit. So it's like a mixture of a whole bunch of different games. Not gonna fucking lie, looks really fucking cool. And it has that one thing that you all know I love, brutality, okay? So you get to stab a bunch of people, you get to axe murder people. There's a giant, roided up, Bane looking prisoner guy, and I'm pretty sure I want to be able to at least pick someone up and just rip them in half. That would be fun, but the worst case scenario, I can just beat people to death with that guy. It looks awesome. I like Dead by Daylight, although they need to fix their servers and like there's a bunch of issues there, but I like the idea of Dead by Daylight. You got, you know, a bunch of survivors trying to get away from one guy who's trying to kill them, and at least in this one, the killers look really freaking unique. Like in Dead by Daylight, they are unique in terms of what they do, but they're still like, you know, unless you go like nurse and stuff, some of them are pretty damn similar. In this, they all look really freaking different. You got your standard like, you know, axe guy running around just murdering people. You got that creepy rapey hobo guy. I love him. He just freaking like throws out his chain, pulls people towards him sort of like Scorpion, and then starts shanking him with a freaking shank. It's awesome. I love that guy. And then we have the massive roided up dude who's just going to be fun, just bursting through walls, grabbing people. That's going to be a blast. And the good thing about this one is it releases in pretty much a couple of days, or by the time this video goes out, should be released, which is going to be freaking sick. So I'm going to be jumping on that when I get some time, most likely starting the week after, and then we're going to be having some fun on this. But yeah, last year, The Nightmare looks like a really good game. I'm hoping it's good, and I'm hoping they don't fuck it in any sort of way, and I'm hoping it lasts and, you know, is well balanced. Last thing we want is like, you know, all the killers being completely overpowered and survivors getting rammed, everyone just playing killer, and then you can't get games because no one wants to play survivor, or vice versa. Survivors are overpowered, killers are shit, no one plays killer, everyone plays survivor, can't get games. That would be terrible. So let's hope they manage to balance it properly. So that was last year, The Nightmare. Next up is Anthem. So Anthem combines third-person shooter and action role-playing game elements in an open-world environment shared with up to 3 other players, in which they take the role of freelancers donning fully customizable exosuits called javelins. These suits can be fully customized to have various unique weapons and superhuman abilities. 2 classes of javelins were shown during Anthem's presentation at Microsoft's E3 2017 conference. We have the Ranger, which is an all-around and balanced javelin, and the Colossus, which is a larger and more heavily armored javelin made to fill in a more of a tanking role. Other javelins include the Storm, which uses powerful technology to unleash the rage of him while floating effortlessly in the air, and the Interceptor, which is focused on close quarter combat and can move quickly in and out of combat. Players can build relationships with various non-playable characters, but they cannot establish romantic relationships with them, as was a trademark of previous BioWare games. The central meeting point of the game takes place in Fort Tarsus, the central stronghold of Anthem. Built by General Helena Tarsus, it serves as a fortified settlement against the threats of the outside world, and is also the point where the players go to receive new missions and freelance assignments. It is a melting pot where all the different factions of the game meets, including the Sentinels, Corvus, Cyphers, and Arcanists. The game features both single-player and cooperative multiplayer elements in a shared world that can have up to 4 squad members per team. Teams can fight savage beasts and ruthless marauders while exploring lost ruins and experiencing massive, world-altering terrain occurrences such as Schaefer storms. Okay, now Anthem is a weird one for me, okay? I've been following this one very closely because I like the look of it. First of all, let me just say, it looks freaking amazing. Destiny 2 and Destiny 1 looked really good. Both of them absolute piles of shit when it comes to the gameplay and everything, because Bungie just fucked up and doesn't know what they're doing. Not to mention all the microtransaction bullshit, all the extra crap that they did, the throwing of XP, all the bullshit they did, they fucked it. Looked good though. Now Anthem looks really good, and it's developed by BioWare, which is really, really cool. BioWare has done some really good stuff in the past. I love Star Wars The Old Republic, all their games like that. Mass Effect, great, okay? Recently though, BioWare's been kind of shitting the bed with Mass Effect Andromeda, so that doesn't exactly give me hope. they're also published by EA. And we all know what's been happening with EA lately. EA is basically the devil of video games, especially with their microtransaction bullshit. They've been putting all their heavily progressive political crap into all their games. They've basically just been shitting the bed left, right, and center, pissing everyone off. Battlefield 5 recently tanked because of all their crap. Battlefront tanked because of all their crap. And they're ruining games all over the place. Now, I'm very, very fearful that they're going to do that with Anthem. But I really, really like the look of Anthem, and I want to give it a shot. Because if they manage to keep their grubby little freaking gremlin paws off this game and just let BioWare do their thing, I reckon this game could be freaking amazing. But it solely comes down to that. How much input is EA going to have in this thing, and how badly are they going to screw it up? It's not like, are they going to screw it up? It's how badly are they going to screw it up, because every single thing that EA touches recently has just been a massive clusterfuck of microtransaction political bullshit. So although I'm super excited for this game, I'm also very, very wary of this game as well. I'm expecting it to fail. I'm going to give it a shot though, and we'll see what happens with Anthem. And a side note as well, I really do hope it succeeds, because EA also has a habit of shutting down developing studios when they basically fail after EA makes them do all this bullshit. They have a long list of studios that they've shut down, and I don't want them to shut down BioWare if Anthem fails, because that would just be shit. BioWare has been this awesome company for so long, and I want them to get back to their glory days, because their games of old were freaking awesome. Now, this game is releasing February the 22nd, 2019, and one thing I'm super looking forward to is just flying around in this open world, okay? You watch them fly around, it just looks so beautiful. The world they've crafted looks really, really beautiful. The gunplay looks okay. It doesn't look as good as Destiny and stuff or Halo, but you know, it's a BioWare game, whatever, as long as the gunplay is passable, I'm happy. And one big plus is the fact that you can fly into water and swim essentially in your exosuit, and then you can, without stopping, no loading screens, just fly back out of the water and fly back into the air and fly around. And while you're doing that, all the water's dripping off of you. It's very vertical. There's monsters all over the place. It looks cool. Please be cool. Don't fuck it, EA. Please. February the 22nd, 2019. We're going to give it a shot on stream and in videos. We'll see what happens. Kind of hyped, kind of worried. Just saying. And that is it. Those are the 3 games that I'm really, really looking forward to right now. And they're all very, very different as well, which is quite cool. We have a pirate game. We have a Dead by Daylight type game with last year. And we also have a Destiny type game with Anthem. So it's going to be quite a good mix, I think. I'm going to be covering all these games. It's going to be nice and fresh. I want to stream a bunch of these games as well as they come out. Obviously, if I like one more, I'll cover that more. If one starts being shit, looking at you, Anthem, please don't be shit, then I'm going to, you know, probably ditch that one or play it a lot less or just not cover it because it's not going to be worth it if it's crap. But we're going to see. And of course, like I said at the start, we're going to have 400 videos throughout the whole thing as well. So that's not going anywhere. So yeah, 2019 is going to be a very big year. There's going to be a lot more games on the channel. I'm going to be streaming a bunch more, hopefully, time allows. And all around, we're going to have a bunch of fun. But that is the end of the video, guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. I love reading and replying to all your comments down below. And feel free to check out my Discord and Twitter. There is a link down below in the description box for both of those as well. The Discord is a great way for me to talk to you guys outside the YouTube comments section. And of course, the Twitter is a great way for you guys to get a notification whenever a video is being uploaded, because YouTube is a bit weird sometimes. And if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here on the channel and you want to support the channel further, feel free to check out my Patreon. There'll be a link down below in the description box, and a link will pop up at the end of the video. And if you choose to donate, it is greatly appreciated. And a big shout out to my current patrons whose names you've been seeing in the background. Just wanted to say thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot. And please share this video around. It does help me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.